Hey YouTube, it's Loni with another video. And if this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on my channel. On my channel, we discuss things spirituality. So I have a video on my channel about manifestation, ancestral communication, astral projection, those type of videos. If you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, so you can follow with more of my content. So without further ado, as this video says, we're going to be talking about the first moon of 2024. I think that this is going to be a very significant year for us, especially if you live in America. I think this year is going to be significant. When the pandemic first hit in 2020, I said to one of my friends, now I'm not friends with any of these people anymore, so it's not like they would have paid attention anyway, but I said it would take about 4 years for us to get back to a sense of normalcy. And so we're coming up on that 4 years. This March, we're coming up on 4 years past the global shutdown, the lockdowns, pandemics, all the stores being closed. So we're coming up on 4 years of that. And I think that people are starting to feel themselves being more present in the world again. So with that, with this, especially since it's election year, so that's one thing I really want to talk about. I'm probably going to have to make a separate video for that, but because this is election year, and then we have like this being like the really big year of AI, like everybody's making all this AI artwork, everybody's doing all this AI Photoshop, all this stuff, so it's all really connected. So I'm gonna wait to go into that in another video. That'll probably be the next video I upload. And if you guys didn't know, I am a political science major, so I've been studying political science for about 5-6 years. I will be graduating with my bachelor's degree in political science in May. But yes, so there's a lot going on. So like we talk about this stuff in class, like it's not any type of taboo, like the way that social media is being, the way this algorithm is working. You hear people use the word algorithm, the way the algorithm is working with, I guess you would call them, political elites, to make you either keep thinking a certain way. So like if you are somebody who doesn't vote, or you don't think your vote matters, the way the system is set up is to show you more things that will stop you from voting, and the other side keeps winning. But yeah, that's a whole nother thing for another video. But this video is going to be about this first full moon, and I think this full moon is going to be bringing us a lot of new things. This full moon, this is a wolf moon. It is in Leo, the sign of Leo. If you guys know anything, Leos never take fault for anything. Nothing is ever their fault. They're perfect. And I think that is what this moon is reaching out to show us, is like, let somebody else take the blame for a second. Like just for a small second, let somebody else take the blame. Don't be so hard on yourself. Also, looking at how far you've come. So like a lot of us, especially if you are in your 20s, your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, a lot of people in their 20s are like, we're really going through unprecedented times. So no other generation before us has seen the kind of hardship that we have seen. So like a lot of us, if you still live with your parents, like that's okay, because like I said, these are unprecedented times. If you aren't living with your parents, if you live on your own, proud of you, pat on your back. But a lot of us are making decisions that are hard, like especially when it comes to finances. Like some of us are having to cut costs here to make ends meet here, or make ends meet somewhere else. And it's not just you. Like if you feel like it's just you, it's everybody, like myself included. Like I've had to move from place to place, like just trying to get myself somewhere where I can be somewhat stable, and it's like mentally draining to have to keep like moving your stuff, and like you lose that sense of stability. So I think this moon is telling us, just take a second to be the main character in your life. Treat yourself as if you were player one in your own story. Also, so be thankful for the risks that you were able to take. So those risks that I was talking about, like if you had to cut costs, if you were able to cut costs in order to make ends meet somewhere else, and you're still staying afloat, then that's great. A lot of people are not staying afloat, so be thankful for the risks that you were able to take. Also, I think this full moon is coming to us, and it is forcing us to take action. I know that sounds really cliche, like but it's like, how do I put this into words? So face your fear of failure. So a lot of people have big goals, and they might have had these goals for like 2 or 3 years, and they don't seem like they're coming to fruition. It's because you're scared, and you're not even allowing yourself to be scared. So like you're avoiding this feeling, and I think this moon is telling you, like, must open up a space. You let yourself be the main character, allow yourself to be scared, allow yourself to mess up, and then from there we can continue. So face those fears of failure, and so feel the failure. And hold on, what am I trying to say? I think the words are getting twisted up in my head. But yeah, allow yourself to feel the failure. So, like, what's the worst that could happen? Allow yourself to go through, okay, this is this thing that I want to do in life. I haven't put the effort that I need to put in it because of XYZ. Now, go down the realm of XYZ. Like, what if this thing that you think is the worst thing that could happen? Go down the realm of, okay, it happens. But not going down that realm and just avoiding it is keeping you stuck and stagnant. So, we need to open up those feelings of failure. Like, it's okay to fail. Like, let yourself be afraid, and let's go forward with that. So I also think, as far as action, like specific action for us to be taking for this full moon, I don't think this is a full moon where you need to this. I don't think this is a full moon where, me personally, honey, I don't charge my crystals like I used to when I was really new to all this stuff. Every full moon, I would be at the spiritual store. I'd be at the ocean. I don't do all that stuff anymore. But I think it is very imperative to connect your energy of yourself, like without your tools. So like without your crystal, maybe without your pendulum, maybe without your tarot deck, just make sure that your body is aligned. So like align your body, your human body, your physical body with your moon body, or whatever you want to call it, and make sure that you are in alignment and ready to receive. So like, ready your container for the things that you are manifesting for the rest of the year. I would also say a good practice to do for this full moon is to create a gratitude journal. So think about anything that happened this month that you might have thought was going to go wrong, or it should have went wrong. Just think about anything like that that might have happened this month and take some time to be grateful for that working out in your favor. Think about why it worked out in your favor. Also, I think this moon is asking us to explore our passions, our desires, and our creativity. So if you are somebody who is struggling with that project that you've been working on, that you want to be successful, that you want to free from, that's going to free you from your 9 to 5, I think you should sit down with that fear that you have of what's stopping you from putting yourself in that position where you are being successful. And like I said, go through that XYZ. What am I actually afraid of, and what happens if that actually happens? And if you're somebody and you know you have this feeling that you are supposed to be doing something other than your 9 to 5, I think you should sit down, meditate, take a few deep breaths with the universe or whatever is going to bring you to center, and open yourself up. Ask the universe, what am I supposed to be doing? What are my talents? What can I do that will free me from the cycle of, or free me from this hamster wheel? That's just like what I like to call it. Like, just our everyday living. It's just the hamster wheel. Going to work, we're living paycheck to paycheck. So ask yourself, if you don't already know what you want to do. I think this full moon will be a good full moon to open yourself up to the possibility that is you. So explore an unfamiliar realm. So everything that you thought was possible, go deeper. See what else you could do. Allow your mind to escape what you thought was possible, if that makes sense. So everything, the box that you put yourself in, or whatever you think life to be, I think you should take a second, think about what else is beyond this, and then let your mind flow. So like, that's how I meditate. Sometimes I'll pick a scenario and I'll let the scenario just blossom in my head. It could be something so wild, like I'm at Walmart one day and some random man asks me if I could grab something off the top shelf for him. He gives me $500,000. Just let your mind wander beyond the realm of what we see as possible. Because I also think this year, and a lot of people have been saying it, so I don't know if I'm just being influenced, but a lot of people are saying, like, there's going to be a huge wave of how people are healing themselves, like holistically and spiritually and emotionally. Like, more people are going to be open to the idea of esoteric knowledges, and so once it becomes more popular, more widespread, then there will be more space and opportunity, and hopefully less anxiety for creators like me, and hopefully like you, to go out there and not be as afraid to put what you need to say out into the world. I think at the end of the day, that's what's going to be what the huge change that everybody is looking at. So if you're a human and you're alive, you probably have this inclination that something's not right with our world. Something is off. Something like the pages aren't paging. The story isn't storying. So I think what's going to jumpstart that is the only thing that's stopping that from happening, everybody's just waiting on it to happen when we're not understanding that the change is us. So starting with this moon, exploring those fears of failure, letting yourself come up with a guide of what you have to do to whatever is going to get you to where you desire to be at. Making that roadmap, I think, is going to be a good practice for this moon. Um, Also, I think just readying that container in whatever shape or whatever that means to you, to ready that container. So whatever type of life you are achieving, what kind of steps can you make today to be like, okay, this is what I have been doing. Take accountability for where you are and what you haven't been doing and what you need to be doing, and then make a roadmap for the things that you should be doing to ready that container. So I think with that, just prepare yourself for the world of opportunities that are going to open up to you, because we are still very early in this new year, 2024, or 2020, wait, 2024? Yeah, that's how you say it. 2024. So we're just opening up ourselves to this year. So go ahead and just open yourself, prepare yourself for the world of opportunities that are going to open up to you. And I hope this video finds you well. I hope to see you guys again soon with some more information about this year, political stuff, and all of that spiritual stuff. But you guys have a good night. Bye.